Spoon up some bacon with that egg, and that is absolutely the best breakfast ever. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've been hiking from about sunup until now, so I didn't have a chance yet to enjoy breakfast. I'm going to fix that because I'm quite hungry. Today I'm not going to make a real recipe or show you a real recipe. I'm going to show you a way to prepare bannock. I call it my bannock bacon and eggs. You can all call it whatever you want, but it's absolutely delicious and I'm sure you'll enjoy it too. Alright, let's get started. First up I'll show you what I'm going to use to prepare my bacon, bannock and eggs. I'm going to use a 14 centimeter billy can with my baking setup inside, which I'll show you when I get up to the baking part. I'm going to use 1 egg, some bacon, a bannock. You can use any bannock mix that you want. And I'm going to use a Trangia stove today. So this is all you need to prepare my bacon, bannock and eggs. Let's get things set up and I'll get started. So the first step is preparing the bannock dough. I'm going to use a little plastic bag today. I know a lot of you guys use a plastic bag to mix the bannock dough. Personally I prefer to mix it in a plastic cup because if you mix the bannock dough in a closed container, the flour and the mix, the baking powder inside the flour mix has a tendency to not really get enough air. So it's best if you're preparing baking mixes to let the flour aerate, and can you do that by just shaking the flour or stirring it up inside the container that you're mixing. And it's a little bit hard to do in a plastic bag like this, but that's what I'm going to use today because I don't really need the bannock to really rise for what I'm making. So I've prepared the bannock inside the plastic bag, which I'm going to now let sit for a while as I prepare the rest. So this setup is what I will use to create a baking environment inside my billy can. I'm going to use a small pie tin, which is very lightweight, very handy, and a baking dish. And this is just any old dish, as long as it's pottery or stone, doesn't really matter. I just use this because it's handy and it's also a little bowl I can use. You will put this inside of the billy can to create a kind of air pocket and more gradual heat inside the baking environment in the billy can. And so now for the fun part. I'm going to line my small baking tin with bacon. And I'm going to make sure that you place the bacon in the middle and then you just let it hang over, because that's what we'll use to cover it up again when we're done. So just cover the container, the pie tin, in bacon. So let me finish this up for you guys and I'll get back to you when I'm done. As you guys can see, I've lined up my pie tin with the bacon. This will form a container, a cup of sorts, to contain the bannock and the egg. And what I'll do, I'll put in the bannock, then include the egg, and then I'll fold over the bacon onto the package and make a little package of yummy goodness. So that's also why I've made the bannock dough slightly more runny than I usually do, because this will allow me to make a little small hole here. And now I can just squeeze it out inside of the pie tin, which makes for less cleanup, which is always good. There we go. Right, there we go. So now just push it down a little bit so a pocket forms for my egg to sit in. There we go, make a little hole in the middle, an indentation. There we go. Now for my egg. And just break the egg over the Bannock. Doesn't really matter if it runs out. So. And what we do now, we fold the bacon over the egg and over the Bannock to create the package. Doesn't that really look nice? There we go. Now, and the fun part is what the bacon will actually do is create a kind of pocket that'll prevent the bacon pie, the bacon muffin inside from sticking to the pan. Which is basically the same principle as the cooking your eggs in a paper bag, bacon and eggs in a paper bag trick. The oil in the bacon will create a kind of, will prevent the pan from sticking, even with the quite intense heat from the trangia. So I'm going to place this inside of my billy can. And first I'm going to place my baking dish inside, which will create the air pocket and the gradual heat. Then the pie tin goes inside. And the lid goes back on. So now I'm going to set up my trangia and place this little package of goodness over the fire. Well, there we go, guys. The billy is set up on the trangia. This will take about 15 to 20 minutes to bake, depending on the environment and the wind. As you can see, inside is the bacon, Bannock and eggs package in the pie tin and on the baking dish. So let's leave this alone, and I'll get back to you guys with a sneak peek as soon as it's a little bit done. So it's been about 5 minutes now. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the sound, the sizzling and the popping you hear, that's the bacon inside the billy can. See, it's getting nice, sizzling nice and well. And I can certainly smell it. Oh, it's going to be so good. Let's take a peek. Ooh. As you can see, it's getting there. It's nice. Ooh, the smell is awesome. But always be patient. Well, let's go check it out. Ooh, this is definitely getting there. One easy way to check whether it's done is to see if the egg in the middle has set. If it's firm, then it means the bacon, eggs and Bannock is done. So this needs to just stay on for a little bit longer. About 20 minutes has passed, so let's see if the center and the egg has set. Ooh, look at that baby go. It's sizzling, it's all sorts of goodness. Now, the egg is a little bit runny still. Depending on how you like it, this is ready to eat. Going to put on the lid for just a few minutes. And then, for me, it's breakfast time. Well, I've removed the bacon, billy and egg muffin from the billy can, and as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the pie tin and let's start eating this baby. So I've removed the billy, bacon and egg muffin from the tin, and as you can see, it turned out absolutely wonderful, no burning at all. So let's place this inside my little plate. And let's start eating this. It turned out absolutely wonderful. Oh, it's look at that. Egg is a little bit soft boiled on the inside, lovely. The Bannock turned out wonderful. In fact, the grease from the bacon only adds to the consistency of the bannock. The egg turned out wonderful in the middle. The bacon is not burnt at all, as you can see, because of the grease shield surrounding the muffin. It just turned out a lovely large muffin with bannock, bacon and egg. It's absolutely to die for. I hope you guys enjoyed my bannock, bacon and egg super muffin. I certainly did. It's a breakfast of kings, let me tell you. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can even, when it's cooled down, you can fit it in a pack and just take it with you. It's an excellent way to combine 3 wonderful, awesome ingredients. I'm gonna finish up enjoying this. See you guys next time. If you have any recipe requests, comments or questions, put them in the comments below this video. And otherwise, happy baking and see you guys in the next video.